Good morning. This is your 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. Seeing plenty of sun out there this morning with just a few clouds around for now. Seeing some cooler temperatures and a slight breeze continue as we continue with some dry, seasonable weather. Expecting the breeze to continue through today as well as over the next couple days. We'll see a milder day as we move into tomorrow before another shot of more seasonable temperatures move through tomorrow evening. If we take a look at the current surface analysis, we had this area of high pressure that is over the south central to southeast region of the country, and that's setting up a tight pressure gradient over our region between that and an area of low pressure off the coast and off to the northeast. So that's helping to keep that breeze around as we move through the day today and over the next couple of days. We're going to see this area of low pressure for the Great Lakes drop a little bit further south and cause a shift in the winds as we move through the overnight and into tomorrow out of the southwest, setting up a warm front type scenario. So we'll see a increase in the winds once again, but we'll be out of the southwest and help bring in some milder temperatures, at least for a day. If we look at the current conditions this morning, we just have a few clouds around 5,000 feet, a few clouds at 6,000 feet. Seeing winds out of the west-northwest to at around 7 knots and a little bit few stronger gusts, but nothing too significant at this time. Temperature at 37 degrees and relative humidity is at 59%. If we look at the current visible satellite, we could see just some bay streamers that are moving through the area earlier this morning and starting to see some of this cloud deck around 6,000 feet. That's going to be swinging through the area as we go through the morning hours and into at least the first part of the afternoon. But overall, not a bad day. We'll be mixing between partly cloudy to possibly seeing some mostly cloudy times as we move through the day. If we look at the European model here, see we'll have it zoomed out as not much going on locally. So we'll see that area high pressure remain over the southern part of the country, and we'll see that pressure gradient remain pretty tight over the region, keeping things breezy as we go through the day today. As we go overnight tonight, we see that area low pressure drops a little further south. It causes a shift in those winds, and we could see a pickup in the winds as far as gustiness as that shift occurs and those winds become more out of the southwest with some milder temperatures starting to move into the area. As we get into the day on Wednesday, we'll continue to see breezy conditions with a good chance of seeing a wind advisory out ahead of this cold front that will approach the area later in the day and into the evening time frame. That's going to be that shot, another shot of some more seasonable temperatures moving through the area, moving out that milder air for Wednesday and bringing in more cooler air, as well as some continued breezy conditions for the first part of the evening and into the overnight. And as we move into Saturday, we'll be back to a chillier day, but we'll start to see some relief from the winds as we start off slightly breezy and gradually start to see those winds diminish as we go through our Thursday. So we're looking at our 24-hour weather chart for today, expecting once again another good chance of seeing a wind advisory move through the day today. So we do have that orange risk through the working hours today. We'll see those winds generally out of the west-northwest, picking up to around 10 to 15 knots, gusting up to 25 knots as we get to the later part of the morning for the first part of the afternoon. As we go into the evening and later afternoon, we'll start to see those winds more westerly and weakening a bit as we move through that time frame. So we go back to a green conditions for our winds, and then we bump back up to a yellow condition as we go approaching the midnight time frame. As those winds shift out of the southwest, we'll see a quick surge of some stronger wind gusts through the area as we go through the overnight time frame. So picking up that yellow risk for those winds above 25 knots, and then back down to a green risk as we approach sunrise on Wednesday. Today we'll see temperatures getting just up to around 50 degrees for the afternoon hours. Again, expecting partly cloudy conditions overall, but we could see a ceiling develop around 5,000 or 6,000 feet as we move through the day today. And then going through the overnight time frame, mainly just some mid and upper level clouds swinging through the area, remaining partly cloudy. We'll see a low around 43 degrees as temperatures start to stabilize with that southwesterly wind as we go into the Wednesday morning time frame. Right now, tides are running about a half a foot above normal Our Wednesday, we'll see mostly sunny conditions early, and then we'll see some partly cloudy conditions moving in later in the day as that boundary approaches, and then we'll see some mostly cloudy conditions at time, again mainly later in the day as that boundary approaches. We'll see breezy conditions through the day and a milder day with a high around 62 degrees. We do have that red risk for winds that are above 25 knots. Do expect those winds around 25 to 28 knots as we go through the day on Wednesday. As we go Wednesday evening, we'll see partly cloudy conditions early on. We'll see some breezy conditions early on as well, and then again we're starting to see those winds taper down as we go into the early morning hours of Thursday, and we'll see clearing skies as well during that time. So we keep a yellow risk for those winds that are above 25 knots and a low around 33 as some chillier air moves through. And then Thursday we'll see mostly sunny and slightly breezy conditions, but not expected to exceed that 25 knot threshold. So looking at green conditions through the day on Thursday, and a cool, chillier day with a high around 50 degrees. That's going to wrap up the 8:15 daily operations weather briefing. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. Take a look at the extended forecast. Enjoy your morning.